In the quiet village of Umuelechi, tucked deep in the southern part of Nigeria, there lived a woman named Oby Nwokoye, known across the land as the Akunechibe, the wealth that protects others. But Oby's wealth wasn't just from hard work. It was said that her roadside Akara, her hot golden beans cakes, was legendary. It was so delicious that once you had one bite, you would return again and again, craving more. Her Akara was magic. It was soft on the inside, crispy on the outside. Even chiefs from Obu, traders from Nnewi, and bus drivers from as far as Enugu would detour down to Umuelechi just to taste it. Oby fried her Akara at the ancient Nkwo Crossroads, where 4 villages met. Trees bent slightly as if they were listening to your secrets. The elders used to warn children, that junction is not ordinary. Sacrifices once flowed there. The ground remembers blood. Oby's business was always booming. Her wealth grew by every bite. Her children studied overseas. Her house gleamed with imported marbles. Yet, no one could understand how only her store prospered, while others who tried to sell Akara nearby either went mad, fell ill, or died. Her closest friend Izu and her daughter Oyinoma once decided to open their own Akara store just across the junction. They were jealous of Oby's success. They even prayed and fasted before starting. But on the very first day, disaster struck. Hot oil splashed from the frying pan directly onto Izu's husband, Ikechukwu. His body swelled unnaturally. Doctors said it wasn't a normal burn. Onyoma was caught in the fire too, but the strange thing was, her skin kept burning even days after. No ointment worked. What scared Izu was, even though she was untouched by the flames or hot oil, her body was burning from inside. Cold water made her feel like she was bathing pepper. They stopped their business immediately, but the torment had only begun. Flies swarmed her Akara stand even when no food was around. At night, Onyoma would scream in her sleep, shouting words in a language no one would understand. Izu began vomiting blood. Her walls dripped with red oil. Plates flew from the shelves. Her reflection would vanish from mirrors, and her husband Ikechukwu simply walked into the Imo River one morning and was never seen again. The money they made from their tiny sales was gone. Just like that, it would vanish from the drawer, turn into ashes, or disappear. Izu used some money to buy medicine for her daughter Onyoma. She coughed once and died the next morning. From that day forward, nothing Izu bought or did with the Akara money ever lasted. Her dress caught fire while she wore it. The wrapper she bought for her mother turned into snakes. The gods has taken offense and we are taking everything back. Izu eventually went mad. She was always seen walking around the market naked, talking to invisible people. Her hands always twitching like she was still frying Akara. She would scream at night that she was on fire. No one saw any fire. People started whispering. They remembered what the old Dibia of Umuelechi once said before he died. The Akara you eat at Nkwo Crossroads is not for the living alone. It is the snack of the spirits. What no one dared to say aloud was that Oby's family was bound by a covenant. But behind her golden Akara was a generational curse and the covenant with the goddess of water. Generations ago, her great-grandmother had made a deal with Mami Wata, the water spirit, in exchange for wealth and power. Every first son born in the family must be sacrificed to the water goddess before his 7th birthday. The daughters would carry the bloodline and the business. Each dawn, Oby would take the first sale of the day, wrap the money in a red cloth, and drop it behind her store and whisper a prayer. Nne Miri, receive your portion. Allah, protect our hands. And each night, the leftover Akara was placed on a leaf platter and set near the roadside shrine, a snack for the gods. The land accepted it, the gods consumed it, and Oby thrived. The water goddess would bless her with a special oil every Nkwo market day. That oil was used to fry her akara and nothing else. Some say if you bite her akara slowly, you can taste salt, just like tears. Others say if you eat too much, you start dreaming of drowning. Oby never stopped, but the gods are jealous. When Izu tried to fry akara near their altar without an offering, without blood, she had disrespected Allah, the earth goddess, and had broken the unwritten law of Obanje, the spirit who guarded secret streets. Now, years have passed. Oby is older. She is training her daughter Elemma to take over the business. Elemma has never spoken a word since birth, but she can fry akara with her eyes closed, and people swear they hear whispers when they bite into her food. Sometimes at night, drivers passing Nkwo Crossroads say they see Elemma frying akara with no fire, just steams rising from an invincible pot. Others say she laughs with voices not her own, and those who ask too much question, they disappear. One night, a man tried to open his own akara store down the road. The next morning, his body was found floating face up in a bowl of oil.